Here we go, set. Drill, 52.
First play, and Young is going to throw it. And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the grab. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll work down inside the 45. You look at this Colt defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here is Young. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Chark. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Richardson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Now this taken in by Downs. So no gain on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. You look at this Carolina defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Isaiah McKenzie, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Colts respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very... They got his man complete. A big play there for Carolina. 43 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here comes Sanders on the toss right. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The Panthers had 1-6 now. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 41.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. He'll get this up to about the 44.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
7-7, our score after 1.
7-7.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. In motion goes the tight end.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hey, pass. 19 tight, 19 tight. Hustle.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Okay, ready?
Here's 2nd and 7.
Ready.
Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't hurt too well.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. Shi Smith deep for Carolina. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Okay, right.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Throwing, Young. Connecting here with Chark on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready?
Young to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Striker, 3-3. Ready.
On the draw, here's Sanders. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Let's go now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization, more than likely if you look at it, CD. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Indy. 44 yards.
I'll pick up the 44 yards on the play. First down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This pass left side to Downs. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
Josh Downs. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. At the Panthers' 28-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now Richardson, meanwhile, going to get this ball to Taylor. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride. Another first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. Back to the air with Richardson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play would be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the Colts' 44.
Now Young. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. To throw, Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Got it. Ready?
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's third of the game. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 23. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Ready?
1st and 10, Young lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to get the football back at their own 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's 3rd and 3. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line. And now will they use a timeout? So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
The score, Panthers 14, Colts 7.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, here's Richardson. Forced out to his left. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Richardson on the bootleg here. They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Second down, Young. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
And 3 yards to go.
Come on, set. Keep the ball moving. Keep the ball moving.
Chark, the motion man right.
Black shot. Ready.
3rd and short yardage, Young. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Taken in at the 11. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They go play action with Richardson. Buying time to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
3rd and 8. Off play action, Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the 1st down.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now it's Richardson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
It was the linebacker, Shaquille Leonard, who applied the heat.
Ready?
Running right, here's Sanders. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw caught here by Bird. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end. And we're back now in Charlotte as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about...
A throw for Pittman is intercepted. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
10. Switch, yellow. Set.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers might be moving closer to an elusive 2nd win of the year as they extend that 4th quarter lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Panthers 21, Colts 7.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And they're going to speed things up here. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Dante Jackson picks it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. They're going right back to Pittman. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Now Minshew.
At the 46-yard line.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they take advantage of what looked like an unsure defense. They wind up getting 8 on 4th and 3. They give to Taylor out of the gun. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Off play action, it's Minshew. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. So he stopped for no gain, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Connecting over the middle with Downs. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. It'll be Minshew again. Looking end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 13 yards out. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
yeah,
you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And Young's going to throw it here. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Now Minshew. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here's Minshew. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Minshew. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
On the ready. Squad ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chubb.
Intercepted by the Colts. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this